Hi, welcome to the Craft Channel. My name's Corinne Brad, and today I want to show you how to cheat with your brush lettering. Because if you've watched any of my demos before, you will have realised that I'm left-handed. And I do not have a natural affinity with handwriting. It's either very neat 11-year-old schoolgirl handwriting, or it's completely illegible spider handwriting. But I really want to do some calligraphy projects. So I found a way to cheat, which I hope you'll enjoy too. What I'm using is the Stabilo pen 68s again, but they are brush pens. So they've got a lovely juicy nib, which I'm going to show you how it works in a minute. But you can get thick and thin strokes just depending on the angle of the pen you use. And that's another reason why I really struggle with calligraphy, because I write really hard all the time, normally because I'm just in a hurry. So I don't get that whole gentle feather-light touch of a pen stroke. But that's just me. So to make some backgrounds and to get the feel of the pens and just to get your hands loosened up a bit, what I would suggest you do is get a couple of pieces of paper, because you don't really want to mark your cutting that too much. Grab some paper, take your pens and just stroke on the side some lines. And always remember to put the lids back on your pens, because they are very juicy. But just like any felt tip pen, if you leave the lid off, they will dry out. So you can continue to make spectrum rainbow lines like this. Just have to be careful, because with this set of pens, what they've done is they've actually given you two of the most popular colours, which is like the magenta, the maroon, there's a couple of blues in there, and there's a couple of turquoisey greens in there. And also 2 greys and 2 blacks, because they are the ones that people tend to use most, so they run out quicker. So just stroking them on the side is how I've created the backgrounds like this, if you can see that to camera. And the way I've got that lettering on there is I've cheated and I've cut them out with a cutting machine from card, and simply popped a bit of glue on the back and stuck them in place. So they're great for gift tags and little journaling cards, little cards to put on a greetings card. The other thing that I've done, if you can see here, is this swirly background with my cheating lettering on. There's another version of it here. And what I would suggest with that is just give yourself a little bit of a guideline to start with. Because the beauty with these pens are, once they've dried, any pencil lines underneath can be erased. So draw some waves. Grab your pen and kind of follow the wave. If you miss it, it doesn't really matter. And then to fill it in, go down the middle of that wave and then just gently stroke in extra layers of colour. And then to do the next wave, try and follow the pattern, but leave a white line in between each one. And it doesn't matter if the thickness of that white line varies or comes close or even touches, because the whole point of this is it is a hand-drawn exercise. And I do actually find, I'm not a great one for colour therapy because I don't like staying within the lines. But I am a great one for finding this kind of brushwork, pen work, quite therapeutic. And you just continue like this, and as I say, once the ink is dried, you can rub away the pencil lines. But that aside, I want to show you my cheating method for doing calligraphy. And the way that I've cheated is I've gone online and I've found fonts that I like, and I've printed them out onto A4 sheets, the entire alphabet, uppercase, lowercase, numerals, punctuation, popped them on a light box, and then I've traced over the top of them. I've got some little cheat cards for you here in different colours. And we'll start with this one, which is a very thick font. The other thing that I'm going to do, which is going to seem a bit weird to you, is I'm going to turn this upside down. Because I find with calligraphy, if you're right-handed, you're gently going like this, you're pulling the pen. Whereas if you're left-handed, you seem to be pushing the pen. So I figure if I turn it upside down, I can be pulling away from the lettering. That might not make sense. Not everything I say makes sense. But I'll just show you what I mean. So with calligraphy, if you're right-handed, you would tend to put pressure on the downstroke and a light touch on the upstroke. I'm going to put pressure on my upstroke and a light touch on my downstroke to get that smooth, calligraphy look. And to me, I mean, you can see the pencil lines behind it, which I'll rub out later. That looks as good as anything I've seen. That looks that good to me because my handwriting is normally atrocious. If you are right-handed, I'm not even going to attempt to do this with my right hand because I can't write properly with my right hand. But if you are right-handed, there are plenty of brush lettering tutorials that you can look at. But if you struggle like me, if you can't get your letter height the same, you can't get the angles of your letter the same, cheat. Because no one, apart from you and me, is going to know that you haven't mastered the art of this. And it is virtually freehand, it's just you're using these as a guide. So that's not quite as good as the With Love one, but choosing typefaces and choosing typefaces that you enjoy drawing, and also typefaces that match the width of your pen nib. There is no point trying to find a massively thick calligraphy typeface that's got downstrokes and thick strokes that are about ½ an inch wide if your pen nib only goes to 1/4 of an inch wide, because then you'll just end up going over the line again to make it look right. But have a look online. There's lots of free fonts that are available for personal use. And if you don't have a light box, another trick is on a brightish day, just tack your sheet up onto a window, put your sheet on top of it and just trace over it with a pencil which letters you want. So I hope you enjoyed that demonstration. I hope you like the beautiful bright colours of these Pen 68 brush pens. And I hope you like my tip for calligraphy when you can't write properly, like me. We'll see you again very, very soon. In the meantime, keep safe, keep drawing, and keep enjoying your crafting. Thank you for watching. If you've been inspired to create, please share your makes with us in the comments section below. And if you've enjoyed